It's K945, joined in studio by another beautiful blonde besides myself. It's April Nilsson, Miss Louisiana. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing your crown here. My goodness.
Hey, I do what I can. I aim to please.
I can't make eye contact with you right now because, it's blinding me.
The sparkles are awesome, right?
Is that why you do pageants? Is for the crown?
Oh, completely. That's the only reason that we do what we do, for
Absolutely.
sure. So I've really only been involved in the Miss America organization, and
Really?
Miss America is different from other pageant organizations. It is actually the largest scholarship organization for young women in the entire world.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, they give away millions of dollars every year to young ladies who are pursuing higher education.
Okay.
And I think that was one of the biggest proponents of this program for me. I wanted to be able to pay for my own school. That was one of the biggest reasons why I did pageants, and also I love the Miss America organization because not only are we largely volunteer-based, I mean, everyone who works with our organization is a volunteer.
I love that.
But we also have big hearts for service. It's a service organization. We want to make sure that our communities are better, and we want to improve the lives of others, and not just surface level.
I know this isn't your first trip to Shreveport, but you've been visiting some area schools on this trip. What have you been doing there?
So I'm working with the Children's Miracle Network Hospital here in Shreveport, and we are actually ambassadors in every state for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Love it.
Miss America has a big partnership with CMN, and it's one of the best parts of our jobs. I got to go earlier this week to Adkins Elementary and see some of the kids there, and they asked me all about my age. I was either 9 or 30. So good times. I'm 23, so I was like, you guys are close.
How many boys asked if you have a boyfriend?
Actually, you know what? Elementary school, they don't ask that as much.
Because of cooties?
Oh, it's a total cooties thing. They're like, you're cool and all, but I don't want to, I don't want to think about that.
We could be friends.
Yeah. Middle school boys and obviously junior high and high school, they're like, so your boyfriend, is it happening? Is it not happening?
So you're
that's
saying
usually,
there's a chance.
I'm safe with the elementary school kids, but I did get asked if I live in a castle multiple times.
And you do, right?
Yeah, I sure do. The third floor of the ULM apartments.
That's the tower.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you sing from the tower.
I'm essentially
this is all coming
Rapunzel.
Together. It is. Yes, absolutely. Now, I do know in one of your trips to Shreveport, you got to go to Kids Clinic. Is that right?
I did. I went yesterday.
Oh, you did?
And I've been, I've been before to Shreveport, and I've got to be at Seaman with some of my very special friends at Kids Clinic. And then yesterday I got to see all the kids with Santa, which was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, my goodness.
They were immediately excited about Santa and okay, Miss Louisiana, I'll talk to you later kind of thing. So
that's got to be sensory overload for them because they've got Santa and then this girl with a crown walks in too. It's oh my gosh, mine blown.
Oh, yeah. I think most of them were like, well, this is way better than Mrs. Claus. A princess, please. I was happy that Mrs. Claus didn't show up though, because she could have showed me up,
Yeah, she probably would have brought cookies or something like that.
Yeah, and I really can't outdo cookies. So. It is what it is.
I don't know. I think I'd rather have a princess cookie than a Mrs. Claus cookie.
This is true.
Yeah.
If I was handing them out instead of...
Yeah, princess cookies have magic in them.
Duh. Yeah. I'm going to tell that to kids now, from now on.
Now, when you were there yesterday, were you able to see Carson?
Actually, Carson wasn't able to make it yesterday. Okay. They were going to be able to come, but they've had a few medical things going on right now, so they weren't able to make it yesterday. But I did just see Carson a couple weeks ago.
Awesome.
And just to give a little backstory about Carson, Carson is one of my good friends, and he always says, my good friend, the Queen of Louisiana.
Oh,
he tells everybody that. And he's the most precious human being. He's 11 years old and loves Julie Andrews.
Oh,
so
who doesn't love Julie Andrews?
But what 11-year-old knows about Julie Andrews? That much. He knows everything about her. And I sang "Climb Every Mountain" for my song for Miss America, and so I dedicated it to Carson and he was so over the moon excited.
Oh yeah,
which I told him. Next time, I just expect him to get up on stage and sing it.
That would be great.
Because he would be so much better.
Yeah.
But
then he'd be wearing your crown.
I know. You know what? He doesn't always feel the crown. He's like, I'll wear the sash instead.
Okay, all right.
But I just saw him a couple weeks ago and found out that their family is getting to go to Orlando and go to Disney.
No, are
it's
you
his
serious?
first time. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna die.
It's his like big wish, and they're getting to all go on a plane. His first time on a plane.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
Yeah, he has really bad anxiety issues, along with numerous medical problems. But he, being on a plane is like, that's aggressive and intense. So I just ask that, everybody send prayers for them just so that they have like a safe and hopefully enjoyable flight, and then get there and get to just enjoy Disney, because that's the coolest thing ever.
Absolutely. And you sang with Carson.
I did.
And there is a video of that. I believe we have it at K945.com. If we don't, we're putting it up there, because that was amazing, watching the two of you sing.
It's the cutest thing. I mean, obviously he's singing way more than I am, because like I'm astonished. My jaw is like on the floor, because he just walked right in and started spouting out like every Julie Andrews song known to man, and knew all the words like verbatim.
Amazing.
And acted it out too with the accent. So I was like, oh my gosh.
My favorite kid ever.
This is intense. He is so awesome. I love him to death.
Awesome. Now, of course, Kids Clinic is a part of Children's Miracle Network. It's one of the 17 programs that is funded here in Shreveport-Bossier by CMN. What does Children's Miracle Network mean to you personally?
Well, being involved in the Miss America organization has given me an opportunity to get really involved with Children's Miracle Network. Not only do we raise funds every year for Children's Miracle Network to help with the programs that you just mentioned, but also we get to visit with the kids. And more than that, we get to see the effort that these people in the communities and the volunteers in those communities are making to make these programs that much better. And I think one of the most amazing things I've seen is the outreach that the programs have. We got to visit the Teen Mom program earlier this week, and I've also been to the Cara Center, and I've gotten to see all of these kids and how much their lives have been changed because of the things that CMN does. And it also is an extra around people like that, because you see, like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a pimple on my face. and I'll be freaking out and thinking about it the whole morning. And then I come to the hospital, or I come to one of their programs, and I'm like, wow, April, get it together. Like, life could be so much different, and you are so fortunate. So it definitely makes you take a step back and realize what's important in life, and also realize, you have it so good.
Right.
So it's a wonderful experience.
Next year will be our second year to do a radiothon for Children's Miracle Network. And from your perspective, why should somebody give to Children's Miracle Network? Of course, everything that you just said. I mean, the fact that these lives are being changed, but, why would somebody give?
Well, like I talked about earlier, I mean, for instance, let's talk about the Teen Mom program. These girls are going through this program for 2 years. They're also basically being incentivized to go to college and to have careers and to better their lives. And
it's beautiful.
That's only one program that CMN funds. They, like you talked about earlier, all of these programs that they fund obviously have an impact in the community. And I have seen it firsthand. So obviously, I get the experience of being able to see where the money goes and what they do with those funds. And I encourage every single person, if you're thinking about giving to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, that you go and visit the hospitals. Go and visit and see what these kids are getting from the funds that are being donated. Because if you see for yourself, like, you don't want to just give $1, $2. You're going to want to give so much money. And it's because you can obviously see the impact that it's having on these children's lives, and not only their lives, but the families' lives too. It impacts all of their families. And I think that as a volunteer with CMN, I've been able to see a change in myself. I think that volunteering not only benefits the receiver, but it benefits the giver exponentially more. So I think that if that isn't incentive enough to give to CMN, I don't know what is.
Gosh, that's beautiful. And of course, every dollar that you donate in Shreveport-Bossier City stays in Shreveport-Bossier City, which for a lot of organizations, that's kind of unheard of. It goes somewhere else.
Exactly.
And it all stays right here, and that's the beauty of it. Of course, our Radiothon is coming up next year, and you can learn more about Children's Miracle Network at K945.com. Before you go, April, I have something for you.
Oh, boy.
Because we've got a title here that I don't want to brag, but I've held it for the last 2 years. It's the Miss K945 title.
Oh, my goodness.
Doesn't come with a crown. Doesn't come with a sash. But it comes with a lot of bragging rights. Okay? So, in order for you to win this title, I have one final question for you.
Okay.
And this is a big deal. Okay?
Oh,
I don't know why you're laughing right now. This is serious.
This is a pageant question.
For the title of Miss K945,
Okay.
April Nelson, your question is, do I sound like I'm legit?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's good.
I didn't have the light on me. I didn't really
get a
know.
little deeper voice.
Okay.
I like it. Good.
Back up. All right. For the title of Miss K945, April Nelson, your question is, there has been a tragedy this holiday season, a shortage, if you will, of marshmallows for Christmas.
Oh, no.
We're talking kids need these for hot chocolate. Kids need to make s'mores this holiday season. If you are Miss K945, how will you fix the marshmallow problem?
Well, as Miss Louisiana, I don't know if you knew this, but I have magical powers.
Oh.
I know. I'm essentially Elsa, but like the Louisiana version of Elsa. And instead of ice powers, I have marshmallow powers.
Stop it.
I know.
Stop it.
So, what I would do in order to win this title and in order to solve this horrific problem is I would make marshmallows with my powers, with my brain
No way.
and my hands.
Oh my gosh.
And all of a sudden, poof.
Okay, you got the title. You're Miss K945. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I just want to thank my parents and everyone for getting me to this point.
She's not even ugly crying. This is great.
I'll try.
Well, April, thank you so much for joining us in studio. April Nelson, Miss Louisiana on K945.
Thanks.